Whoa, I've talked a lot, Pooja. Pooja was looking at it saying, I'm going to do this now.
How did you just change your, I mean, you just went on like that. You were just like, it's incredible.
No, but again, I was just saying it's because of too many years of doing this. It's
Yeah,
like if I saw you in the kitchen, it would be the
yeah.
same thing, right? How did you? It would be the same thing exactly. Okay. Hi, I'm Roshan. I'm your host here. If I'm appearing like a little bit of a, if you see me partly and partly not, sometimes it happens because I put a virtual backdrop behind me so that, we can actually celebrate what we're doing. This is a baking and podcasting workshop. We're not going to give you recipes. If you're desperate and something you want, maybe Pooja can decide that. But I'm here to give you the recipe for making a great podcast. And therefore, we'll be doing both of these things together. There are a bunch of questions you have already put. Quickly to let you all know, it's very, very simple. The wait is really, really worth it. Quick things. You have 1 more minute if you still want to take that bathroom break. It's a 90-minute session. Keep a notepad and pen handy because we'll be giving you lots and lots of tips. And download the Anchor app. Why I'm telling you to do that is because it's extremely simple to use to make your own podcast. And sitting there, you could make a podcast on most things. If food is what you enjoy, hey, so be it. But even otherwise, so make sure that you're signed in. Wow, there people are sharing their Insta handles, etc. It's great to see you all there. Um, just remember that this is a great time during this lockdown to get to know people, and here's a great bunch of people. We will at the end of this be sharing with you all a whole host of ways to stay in touch. You will receive an email from us that will tell you how to become part of a much larger group of podcasters, content creators during this part. Once again, for those who came in late, I put up 2 hashtags a little time back in the chat. If you use these hashtags and you tag us in it, we are community. And of course, Pooja, you all know. It'll really help us because it gets us to know what you guys are doing. So if you're cooking and baking while you're doing this, pay attention here, but you can take some pictures and post them. Just put the hashtag, which is Spotify for podcasters and Anchor Bootcamp. Anchor Bootcamp is one, and Spotify for podcasters. From our team, if someone can actually put those hashtags again, there it is. Right at the bottom, you can see them for our social media shout outs. And who knows, we may just send you some merchandise if we really like what you posted, okay? But only if you really like what you posted. So, go ahead and do that. Let me quickly introduce to you what are we doing. What is Podium? I mean, now a podium is a place which you normally get up and speak from. But what's a podium in this case? Well, this whole idea about podcasting and podium, if I was to suddenly attempt a little bit of a mispronunciation, it's an attempt to actually give a platform to individual creators. Spotify, Commune, and Anchor are trying to help thousands of people by doing this across the country to help them find their voice through the Anchor app, which allows them to create their own podcast. So you can create your own podcast while sitting at home. Podcasting actually it's a medium that doesn't worry about how you look, where you're from, where you're sitting. It's all about what you have to say. So if you have something to say, podcasting is great. If in case you don't, podcasting is great to just listen to. And really, there is no better time than now to give your voice a stage. Last week, we had Kenny Sebastian here with us. And when I was talking to Kenny, I said, Kenny, you've got a comedy career, you're on YouTube, you've got live shows, you're on Amazon, so many other things or whatever. Why are you doing podcasting? And he turned to me and said, 9 years ago when I used to do comedy and I would be in a bar and I would be doing some jokes, people would turn and say, hey, listen, man, shut up, let me have my beer. I said, look where I am today. So start early in a medium, give your voice a stage. That's all I would say. Okay, that's Pooja looking gorgeous out there with a lovely smile of hers. And every time you have one of those macaroons, you can see that smile break on her face because I think giving joy to people is something she really likes. But Pooja is here with us. So I'm going to get Pooja to come here and, join us and talk to us. And hey, Pooja, good to see you.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very, very good. Hey, everybody say hi to Pooja. You can do that in the chat right now. You can just raise your hands. It's a very simple thing.
So hungry reading everything that these guys have been making. What is this list of things that people have been making? I'm very jealous.
the number of people who have become chefs or amateur chefs during lockdown.
Yeah. I'm afraid, I was just like, everyone is baking their own cakes. Like, am I going to have a job after this? Like, what's going on?
No, I've tasted your food, and I can tell you definitely have a job. My God,
Yeah.
do you have a job? You've just got so many other people who will help you with it.
Hi, Chandni. Hi, Nandini. Mayuri. I saw Simran was here. Hi, Simran.
Everybody, and I don't want to start this on a bit of a somber note, but we'll talk about a couple of these things that you all are talking about here a little later. There's no way anyone can be better than Pooja, says Vaishnavi. My God. Hey, everyone. Apurva, Simran, everybody there. Thank you once again for joining us. So, I'm just going to quickly tell you how many of you have actually listened to a podcast. We're going to run a poll now. Here is a poll. It's just to get to know you better. I hope you all can see the poll on your screen. I'm just going to be launching it for you all. Here is the first question. How old are you? Are you it's a multiple choice content creator, a baker, a chef? Are you in the food industry? Are you none of the above? There's no problem. We just want to know male, female, or other. And have you heard No Sugar Coat? Of course, or not yet, right? Pooja, you're going to have a huge smile on your face by the end of this. Huh? You can see.
I want to say things, but I'm not saying.
It's incredible. It's incredible. We have a couple of people who are below 18. I must tell you, there was this girl who reached out to me on Instagram and kept saying, listen, I know I don't have a resume. I know I don't have a big, portfolio of work I've done, but I want to be a part of this. And we were like, guys, if you're thirsty, if you're keen, you'll be a part of this. That's what Commune is about building great art and great artists together with you all. So Pooja, as you know, has got this lovely podcast called No Sugar Coat, and I'm going to be ending the poll in the next 5 seconds or so. Right. Oh, Simran says that's how I got my internship as well. I mean, I just went and told this. This is a story. This is a story for a podcast as well. Okay. I'm ending the poll, and I'm actually going to share the results with everyone who's here. We've got most people here who are between the age of 22 to 25. And there are about 40% of you who are content creators already, which is fantastic. Otherwise, we've got some bakers, we've got some chefs, people who are in the food industry. Some who are just here because they love the idea of food. Don't worry, we'll make a podcaster out of you, or at least a chef or a customer of Pooja's for sure. Wow, we've got so many ladies in the house. Lovely to see you all. And of course, 65% said, of course, we've heard of No Sugar Coat. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to almost jump into what is podcasting for all of you, because many of you must be wondering what is podcasting. So like very often we turn and say that video has already got democratized, but now this is the democracy of audio. Many of you would listen to radio when you're driving, but you can listen to it because that particular jockey is on at that time. But here you can listen to Pooja whenever you want. So if you were to go online at any point and want to listen to No Sugar Coat, you can hear it right now. You could hear episode 10 or episode 5 or episode 4. It's your choice, your place, your device, your topic, your format, anything. All of this is what actually makes it so special. By the way, a couple of latecomers came in, so we've crossed about 108 people right now, Pooja. Lovely to have so many of them here.
There's a 10-year-old baker. Hi, Vinisha. Yeah, that's incredible. A 10-year-old entrepreneur. That's incredible.
I just want to check. Is that you've been doing baking for 10 years or you're 10 years old?
10-year-old baker, no?
10-year-old. 10 saal purana. I'm just pulling your leg because I wanted to hear that lovely giggle of yours and that laugh, which is so perceptible across your entire podcast, and it makes it so.
Oh my God, I wanted to edit it the whole time. It was my biggest concern.
Wow, no, it was really gorgeous. Now, many people ask me, what's a food podcast? Simplest answer, go listen to Pooja's podcast. You will know what it is, and we'll be talking about that a lot. But, what did you listen to, Pooja? When you started this whole journey, you're a little bit of this, you'll first research and do stuff and whatever like that. So what did you listen to first?
So it's really funny because, my kitchen, to reach my kitchen, there's one signal that takes me 40 minutes to cross. So I always have, a lot of traffic that I sit through. And I just, I decided to use that time and do something, beneficial in that time. And I was learning French. So I was like, okay, the best way, and I think with languages, it's so important that you need to listen to them, right? So I found this podcast, which was about, learning French, and they were like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. They would pick a word, they would do the conjugation. And I was like, okay, this is really helping me. And that's how I got into it. So I started with learning how, just French pronunciations, all of that. And then the first proper podcast I heard was Making Oprah, which was a 3-part series. Yeah, it was a 3-part series, and it was just Oprah's story, and I'm obsessed with her and I love her. And that was my hook. So ever since then, I started going and Googling, like, what are the 10 best podcasts to listen to? Inspiration podcasts, meditation podcasts, everything. So I have a whole list of things that I listen to now. It's been 3 years. And I just enjoyed the process so much. I was like, I wish, I want to have my own.
Wow, but amazing. You said Oprah. I was going to turn and say that, last time this Gaurav Kapoor, my friend,
yeah,
he will always turn and say, America may there are 2 women who rule, Oprah and Priyanka Chopra.
It's true.
But it's amazing. It's amazing, guys. There's so much that's going on. Couple of questions that I actually want to take up right away. Hiba said that, will we be on video during this? Hiba, don't worry, we are not bringing you guys on video, but of course you have questions which you can put out there. Of course, if Pooja wanted to see someone and whatever, and we really wanted to get you, there is a way, but I think right now it's more about Pooja, and it's like, having a conversation with her. Hey, Anindya, thank you so much for being a fan, and you're waiting for Pooja. She's very much here, and we've answered all of that. How do you make a podcast about food with just one host interesting, or is it always better to have 2 people so that it has a lively banter? Pooja, this almost brings me to your podcast, because your podcast is about 2 people, right? It's you and you're in conversation with someone. So first, tell us a little bit about that, and then we will answer Suraj's question.
Sure. So I think for me, it was, I love conversations, and I love to get to know, the real story behind people. And I see that a lot with myself as well, because when people would talk about me, it would always be like, oh, it's so easy and life is a cakewalk and it's, a piece of cake. And I was just like, it's really not. Like, it's challenging and it's tough, and setting up a business is super hard. So that was the intention. And then the no sugarcoat part came out from, we all struggle as an entrepreneur for 10 years. I've had my own battles. I've had my own share of ups and downs. And I'd like to highlight both, because it's not only the wins and the positive stuff that make you learn a lot more from the failures. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to sit across really famous, popular chefs, entrepreneurs, restaurateurs, and be like, let's talk about your journey, but be real with me. And, that was the concept, and that's how it started. So, No Sugarcoat was a fun, play on the name. But, we did 10 episodes with really incredible people. And I think I just discovered so much about them through those conversations.
No, absolutely. So there's a whole bunch of people who are asking this question about, do you need a great voice to be a podcaster? What's the kind of format you require? Sanjoli, can you record the podcast and then broadcast through Anchor? Yes, you can. Because you can then use it as a single file that's being uploaded into the system. That's something that you definitely can do. Somebody is talking again, Sanjoli, you've got a lot of questions that are very specific, so I'll come to them towards the end. In the food industry, where visual medium can be more appealing than audio, how does a creator get people to come to a podcast and listen in? Also, again, some couple of technical questions. Does one have to have a great voice to do podcasts?
Yeah, a lot of people are asking this, huh?
Yeah. What do you think?
The thing is, I feel like if you have an interesting story to tell, I'm not so sure. For me, it was a big challenge to overcome, because I couldn't. So I have this problem that I can't see myself on screen. Even when this video is on, it's tough for me to look at it. So I have, anything on TV, I'll never watch myself. So the same thing started happening with recording. So every time I would record something, I'd hate listening to my own voice. And the giggles, that for me, and the laughter was almost almost like, oh, I was really uncomfortable with it. But I think that over time, it's a process of getting to know yourself better and learning to, embrace yourself. And I think that's what it comes to. So I don't think it's like, obviously, if you have a great, radio voice, that will work in your favor, but I don't think it's a prerequisite. Like, I think anyone can make one.
No, absolutely. So guys, just to give you all, because some of your questions are about voice and some of your questions are about formats. I mean, all of you are saying, hey, food is a visual thing. How can you just talk about it on audio? Well, let me actually answer that for you. So here are what all can a food podcast have. Now, this is where I want you guys to be able to take a couple of notes if you need it or whatever. And again, many of you about Anchor. Anchor is an absolutely free app. Download it. You just need your phone to record. I'll tell you some fun techniques to do that as well. By the way, where I'm sitting, this room is a little big, but when I record a podcast, I sit with a kambal because that creates a space where there is no sound reflection. So if somebody sees you under a kambal with your phone, all you're doing is recording a podcast, okay? So that's all you really need to do. It's as simple as that. You just require that to do. What can a food podcast have? So let me tell you, ask yourself the question, what do we do with regards to food? Okay, we cook. That's, of course, a very simple thing. We eat. We share recipes. We review food. I mean, we've all become reviewers, right? There we are on Instagram, taking pictures, posting it, putting it out there. We do good reviews. We do bad reviews. Sometimes we argue. We argue so much about food, right? Oh, that was really bad. No, that was really good. That isn't good for my palate. That's really bad. And
should there be elaichi in biryani?
See, look at it. Elaichi in biryani, asli ghee in something. Does biryani need potatoes? I mean, I've had an argument with someone about potatoes in biryani for the longest time.
It's needed. I need potatoes.
Okay. So you discover cuisines and you discover dishes. Now, any of these ideas is a human need, right? Can you convert any of these human needs into a podcast? So let's look at some ideas. And I'll tell you what I did. I just went to a whole bunch of sites. To be absolutely honest, I've heard Pooja's, podcast. I've heard another couple more, which I'll share with you at the end. But here are some ideas. A place where people obsess about food to learn more about people. I mean, imagine a podcast where people turn and say, the food you eat tells me the kind of person you are. So do you need a picture here or do you need a conversation? A podcast about chain restaurants. I mean, just imagine going into a chain restaurant and all you're hearing the sounds of the place and you're hearing people moving and you're talking about, I just entered this and it's clean, it looks gleaming and look at the menu and look at this. Podcasting exists in the theater of the mind where images are painted. No image that you will be able to share will look as good as the image in your mind. So if I turned and said that, from here till the end, the entire place was filled with macaroons in every color of the rainbow, you can see it now, right? An image will enhance it, but you can see it. A food that talks about how, culinary culture and lifestyle program that could celebrate the ability to touch people's souls. Surprising story of what ends up on your plate. Where did it start? Where did it come from? What's its origin story? What's the science behind it? Food tech, the future of cooking, the connected kitchen, the history behind surprising ways. So aquaculture, ancient feasts that used to happen, the most famous feasts in the world. Yes, it would be great to see these visually, but most podcasts are heard at two times. One is either when you're traveling or when you're trying to go to bed. So many people are actually waiting to either cut out the external noise and pay attention to something, or there's nothing else distracting them. That's all they want to listen to. So it's great to be able to, if you don't have the budget to travel somewhere, you could create the place by just using sound. Pick an ingredient and present 3 mind-blowing facts or anecdotes that you can use. And of course, this last one is from a podcast that I recently heard. It basically talks about making better food choices. So it's about simple food. It talks about earth living. And that's the kind of thing. Pooja, question to you. What are some things that you listen to in the food podcast space? What have you heard? What do you like and why?
Sure. So I really like like you said, the stories of the people behind your food. So, there are some podcasts that I really love listening to. I really enjoy David Chang's podcast. He's a chef and restaurateur from the US. And he has the Dave Chang show, where every week he interviews people from different industries. It doesn't necessarily be about food, but the entire conversation is exactly that. It's around food. It's, memories, because food, the minute I mention some food, it just takes you back to a memory of something your mom used to make for you, or your grandmom used to make for you. So I enjoy that a lot. I listen to Sporkful. I listen to, there's once I tried to find everything that I could find of Anthony Bourdain, of every podcast that he's ever been on. And that led me to some very interesting ones.
Yeah. The other really interesting thing, which you only said, was this thing about saying that when there is no camera on, people seem to be a lot more honest and open, right?
Yeah.
So it's always there. Guys, here are some shows that you could listen to. I'm not saying that this is a choice. These are some that I found on Spotify. Very, very easy. There's Sporkful. There's House of Carbs. There's Food Nonfiction. Also pay attention to the image. The reason I'm saying that is the only image that your podcast carries is the image of the show. So please think up a great image. Look at all these images will remain with you. Look at the nice little piece of bread in the middle of the typewriter. It's really beautiful. It stays with you as an image. So remember these small things when you're podcasting. Okay. What could you make a podcast regarding? In the Q&A, many of you are saying, so what could we do it? Let's try this for a bit. All of you in the chat, pick a word related to food. One word related to food. Many of you, it is like reading a book. So heaven, somebody says heaven, cuisine, love, orgasmic, slurp, bread, color, big, glossy, pow. Yummy, caramelized, delicious, guilt-free, passion, blah, 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 right? Gastronomy, happiness, happy belly. Happy belly is a great name for a podcast, by the way, Arushi.
I love fried. Fried is the best.
Fried is a great name for a podcast again, right? Poha Tales. Why not? Poha Tales. Have conversations with people over poha. Hoggers Hub. Great name again. Right? So you just have given me one word. Now I'll tell you the exercise that I was doing. So I often tell people, create a mind map of things related to that one word. Okay? No guilt attached, Simran. Great name again. For example, I love movies. Okay? Now, let me first ask you, Pooja, what's your food related word?
Chocolate.
Chocolate and Pooja. I think some companies are seeing a great line of chocolates. They just called, the different, this is 97% Pooja, this is 95% Pooja. Gosh.
I'm obsessed.
No, because she's so obsessed. Okay, so movie, right? Now I'm obsessed with movies. Let's just take a mind map. Movies have actors, movies have locations, movies have stories. Let's go into stories. I could make a podcast about inspirations of where this movie story came from. I could make a podcast about the writer of the story and therefore go into the lives of just writers. I could make a podcast about similar movie patterns. Okay. We just lost such a great actor, Irfan. And Irfan was in Maqbool. Maqbool is Macbeth, right? Now imagine talking about Macbeth and the many versions of Macbeth and whatever. So just to prove you all a simple thing. Sneha, we are sharing our video. We also just sharing a screen sometimes, and you should be able to see us on the side, but don't worry. I'm going to be exiting the screen in just a bit right now so that you can now see us. You should be able to see Pooja. She's right there in the center. Can you see her now? Okay. So this is a simple exercise to figure how to come up with an idea for your podcast. Anything and everything could be a podcast idea. Coming back to your podcast, Pooja, tell us a little about, where were you recording? How were you recording? What time were you recording? How were you getting your guests?
Sure. So we did 10 episodes, and for most of them, we did them at my kitchen. So we recorded in the kitchen. A friend came with some recording equipment, and, we put everything together there. The main thing was that we had to do it once everybody left because we needed some silence. So, even a little bit of noise here and there in the kitchen, there's always like whisking and all these things happening. So we had to make sure that everyone was not there. And then we had 3 interviews that we did on the phone. So with Chef Gary Megan and Nadine Redzepi and Monica Govardhan, they were all out of India. So we did their conversation on the phone and we recorded it on the phone.
Okay. And when you were doing these interviews, were you doing your research from before?
Yeah. So I mean, the thing is, I wanted it to be as freewheeling as possible, and I wanted to, so there are some podcasts that I listen to, and I did a lot of research on how to be an interviewer, right? Like I wanted to understand what is the best stories that the person, you have to understand that this is not so much about you, but it's about the person you're interviewing, and what are the stories that they want to bring to light. So I actually listened to one Tim Ferriss podcast, which was great, where he talks about how to be a podcast host. And there are like he kind of tells you like everyone has 3 great stories, and how do you bring those out. And so in the beginning, I kind of would have a conversation with my guests and kind of try to understand what is the story that they want to bring out, and then I'd figure out how to bring it out in the conversation. But before the recording, for 1 week, I would do research. I didn't want it to be like me asking them generic questions that everybody else asked them. I wanted it to be slightly more personal, slightly more deep, throw them off a little bit. Because I think like when most of these people have given a lot of interviews in their life, and when you're used to interviews, it almost becomes autopilot, right? Like today, if I come and ask you about your background, you've rehearsed the story so many times. It's almost like it becomes like a script. So there was no script. But if you ask me, tell me the story of Love 15, in my head, it's a script because I've said it so many times.
True.
But if I just change it around a little bit, it really throws you off. Like I remember for Chef Gary Megan, for example, one of the things I asked him was that in the end, I was like, what's the advice that you would give your daughter about life? And suddenly it was like very different. Now it was like he really went and became the father and had to think of what he wanted to tell his daughter. And if I told him like, what would you want to tell young chefs? He would just, he would be like a parrot because he said it so many times. So yeah. I think it's also understanding the person you're speaking with.
No, absolutely. So to everybody who's asking again a whole bunch of questions about equipment, guys, I'm just going to do a little bit of a demo to show you there is no equipment, whether you're on a mobile phone, download Anchor. If you have an iPad or anything like that, again, the Anchor app is there. The website anchor.fm, and I'm going to show it to you just now how easy it is to do. Some of you are asking questions about script and structure. Do we use a mic? Can a mic improves it if you want? I'm right now using this mic, which is here. I don't know whether you all can see it. I actually disappears because, so sometimes you'll see it and sometimes you won't. But I'm just using a mic. It's called, there are many mics. Mics are available. Don't go for a very cheap mic whenever you get a chance to buy it. But right now, frankly, the headphone that Pooja is wearing is enough. You could be recording it just on your phone's mic. Record 2-3 times to check things like distance, whether there's a blub blub sound coming, because those are the 2 most hated things. Audio must be a clean experience. There shouldn't be background noise. For example, the fan in my room is off. The air conditioner, I put on a silent mode. If it was making any noise, I put it off immediately. Otherwise, it would create anything on audio, which is impure, people don't like. So try to go for that. The length, many of you are asking. Pooja's podcast, I mean, I've heard a 1-hour episode, right? There's a 1-hour episode. There's a smaller, shorter episode as well. There is really no length, right?
There's no length. I think it really depends. Like when I do, like, for example, I listen to a lot of meditation podcasts as well. So those I like to do between 20-25 minutes. But there are some podcasts which are like 2.5 hours. Like there was this Joe Rogan episode that I heard with Naval Ravikant, which is 2.5 hours. And it was just such an interesting conversation that at the end of 2.5 hours, I was like, wait, I want more. Is it over? So I think it really depends on who your subject is, what you're talking about, and how you can keep your audience hooked.
Yeah, no, so see, it's as simple as that, guys. Is there a script? I think there are pointers. Some people do read from a script, but then it's like a dramatic podcast or something like that. This is what happens. Many people are asking about failures. Did you ever have any failure during any of the podcasts? Did anything ever go wrong?
I mean, because we were recording some of them, which we were recording on the phone, there was a lot of disturbance. The call kept getting dropped. Then we had to switch to Wi-Fi and do a WhatsApp call and then record. So I think it was getting really difficult, and we lost a lot of the conversation and the flow, right? Because you're in that rhythm and then you lose that. So that was a little problematic. Other than that, I feel like, I mean, the podcast itself talks about a lot of failures in general, but I think while recording, I think it was fairly, I was lucky there were not many, but I know you've had some. Roshan, what is your biggest boo-boo?
My biggest boo-boo was I was doing this lovely interview and the person came a little late before the interview. So I paused the recording on Zoom and I continued the conversation. I forgot to unpause it. So there was this gorgeous conversation which just didn't happen. And I felt so bad because when you do it a second time, it's never the same. It's never the same.
The magic is
The
gone.
magic just goes. Okay. Many of you are asking about when you edit using Anchor, who has the rights? The rights are always yours. You are producing the podcast, they are yours. If you're using music, be careful. There are lots of sites that give you free music. Please check that it has a creator license. There are multiple licenses available online. As long as you tell where the music is from, people don't mind. But when you're commercially exploiting a product, that is when you start making money off it, then you should be paying people. There are very cheap subscriptions. Right now, during this lockdown, I can tell you many people realize this is a great time to get an audience. So there are lots of music sites that are giving you music subscriptions for as low as $5,000 for a year. And they've got like hundreds and thousands of tracks and effects that have been created if you want to use it. Some people asked about saying you have a video podcast. Should you do audio simultaneously? In the case of cooking, you could just record the audio, but my only request is, remember, when people can see, you don't describe things, right? You will not turn and say, आप कहेंगे 2 चम्मच ये ले लीजिए अगर आप रेसिपी कर रहे हैं. And इसलिए रेसिपी वाले पॉडकास्ट थोड़ा, I'm not finding too many recipe led podcasts because yes, that is visual. So don't go there. That you can continue doing in any other medium. Some people turned and said, but is there a way I can add my own music to the podcast? I agree, Sanjoli. So Sanjoli, this is a current thing. Anchor is really well built for you to do interview podcast, straight narration podcasts, and the music that is available there, you can upload music. So you can upload music as a track. Can you pre-mix it over and above? Frankly, I've only tried to use it as top and tail, so before and after. That's what I have normally done. I'll tell you what, why don't, for many of you who are thinking, what is this Anchor? What are we talking about? I'll just do a quick demo with Pooja live so that you guys can actually see what you need to do here. So it's very, very simple when you actually come to doing this entire recording. I'm now going to share the screen with you all. So just give me 1 second. I'm just sharing this part of the screen. Okay, so you can see this is my Anchor dashboard. Can you all see it, right? I hope you all can see it. You can just raise your hands in the chat and I will know that you all can see it. Yeah, oh, fabulous, 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 fabulous. Okay, so there you have it. If you all can see it, what you see right now is this interface. So first you make an account on Anchor, nothing required, email, password, done. Okay, then when you go in, it'll ask you to create an episode. Look at the 4 things you can see on your screen: record, message, library, transition. Now, this is what I have when I'm opening it on a website. Okay, let's see. We've got Pooja right now as a guest. There is me. And I'm first going to say, okay, imagine one of you had given a nice name for a podcast just now. Let's take, Pooja, give me a name from the ones you like. There's Hogger's Hub, there's Sweet Tooth, there is Food Swings, there is Wake and Bake, Stress Buster, Poha Tales, Scrumptious, Fried.
Let's do Fried.
Fried. Okay. So let's call it Fried. And here we go. So I'm going to just put on the recording here. So just as soon as you click on it, come on top of it, you can see that it lights up. Okay. Here goes. Start recording now. Look at the input. It's the mic that I'm using right now, which is Mic Plus. But I could actually change it to the internal microphone as well, or Zoom. It detects that Zoom is where I'm on right now, but I'm just going to my default mic. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Fried. When you get really fried with life around you, just turn to the best food in the world, and that's fried food. We're going to be talking about people's favorite fried food and their favorite memories of being fried on this show. Right now, no script. This is me. I've done this for 25 years. So please understand that, you know, My name Abbas. Many people used to break it up and say Abbas. Okay, so there was a time when I used to do all of that. Okay, now right now it's being processed and it will become a file. So the minute this file is there, look at what's below, messages. So, oh, Arpit had left me a message. So when you click this link and you actually add this on your Instagram, etc., people can drop you direct messages here. Let me just play this to hear what this was.
A very informative and reassuring podcast talking about artists and what people can do to help them. Absolutely loved it. Hope.
Did you hear that, Pooja? Could you hear that? Yeah, okay. So it was just a message. So I'm saying you can always get messages. Library is where all your recordings will end up. So you see this May 2nd got saved there. Now, if I come here and if I actually want to just bring this here, I just dragged it into this window called your episode. Here goes, okay? I've dragged it here. It's pretty much here now. And I can play it here.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Fried.
Okay, now that's there. Now, I don't have any music. Now, what do I do? What else can I do? I'll tell you what. Let me go to my library, which if you can see has got all these files that I've uploaded. So, you know, when some of you are asking about music, you could just upload some music over here. Please see, I had actually made an episode around the Corona thing. So I found this song. It was a really weird song that I found. but if I had wanted, I could have actually put that in here. But I'm not going to do that. Let's go to transitions. So transitions, here are tons and tons of transitions that are available to you. Okay, small ones, longer ones or whatever. Okay, what's a bling? This sounds interesting. Maybe I want to bring this in here into my episode, but I want it right up front. So the bling is how my show is going to start. And by the way, if I want to take this clip and I want to edit it, I can edit it as well. Okay, split into multiple segments. So I could break that same file into multiple segments. Now, I did that. And then after that, I wanted to get Pooja in. So let me now record with Pooja. Okay. All right. So, clearing her throat, there is Pooja, who's my guest on this show. Hey, Pooja, how are you doing?
Hi, Roshan. I'm good. What are we frying today?
Well, there's lots of stuff that we could be doing, but tell me, what is your favorite fried food?
Oh my God, I love samosas. I love everything. I love churros. I love samosas. Everything fried is great.
Perfect. Now, so imagine you could have gone on, guys. And remember, because there are so many of us, there's a little bit of latency. Latency means the fact that between her voice coming to me, etc., there is a little bit of a break. But if you were doing this with the Anchor app on your phone, there is a way to record with your friends. And I can promise you, it works quite well. It's very, very easy to do. While this next segment is uploading, I'm just going to go here into transitions and a clue. Okay, fine, just for now. And again, I'm not saying this is my best possible thing that I have at the moment. And coming to my library where we are still processing, there's a slightly longer audio file that we're processing. Now, just imagine what I've recorded till now if I was to play for you.
You get really fried with life around you. Just turn to the best food in the world, and that's fried food. We're going to be talking about people's favorite fried food and their favorite memories of being fried on this show.
Okay, straight away there. And next after that comes Pooja's interview, which I'm now going to place after a clue. So add it to episode. It's right here. Now, obviously, I have not edited this file. Otherwise, I could come here and actually edit the entire file. So it's absolutely easy to edit a file from here. Right now, just for the sake of this, let's go from the top and listen to it one more time.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Fried. When you get really fried with life around you, just turn to the best food in the world, and that's fried food. We're going to be talking about people's favorite fried food and their favorite memories of being fried on this show. So, clearing her throat, there is Pooja, who's my guest on this show. Hey, Pooja, how are you doing?
Now, see, she's sounding from.
Well, there's lots of stuff there
because I'm on a mic and she's not. So, if I would have recorded her audio separately, I would have balanced it, etc., and put it in here. I told you guys you must pre-record these things and check them out. So, I would have recorded her off this. I'm trying to currently record her through this conversation, but it's just simple to record that file separately and bring it in. So, it's as simple as this, guys. You've got an episode structure, simple way to do it. Then you just save the episode. If I go to save the episode, it immediately says, what do you want to call it? What is the descriptor? Should I publish this now? I can publish this at any given time. So you can actually decide when to publish it. What's a good time to publish? People used to earlier say beginning of the week or end of the week was good. Right now, every day of the week is the same. So, okay. You put up a episode art. Anchor allows you a lot of free episode art. So you can actually either go to your own computer and upload new art, or they will give you art to be able to use yourself. Put the season number, the episode number, the kind of episode. Is it clean? Well, I think it's absolutely clean till now. So nothing explicit about it. And that's what you end up with. So it's as simple as that process. Whoa, I've talked a lot, Pooja. Pooja was looking at it saying, I'm going to do this now.
How did you just change I mean, you just went on like that. You were just like, it's incredible.
No, but again, I was just saying it's because of too many years of doing this. It's like if I saw you in the kitchen, it would be the same thing, right? How did you? It would be the same thing exactly. Okay. Tons and tons of questions which we've got. So I'll tell you what. I'm just going to go to some of the freshest ones. Which mic am I using? I'm using a mic called Mic Plus. It's by a company called Apogee. So Karishma, I hope that answers. It's a really good mic. I really like it. Transitions are preloaded. They're preloaded there, Apurva. There are so many transitions that you can find just there. The platforms that can be published. So when you publish on Anchor, guys, it automatically publishes to about 8 or 10 different podcasting platforms. And then it starts getting there. Some places it takes about a week to register. But on Spotify and Anchor, it's immediate. It automatically gets up there. Pooja, quarantine has been hard on everyone. You have so many followers. Why don't you create podcasts about you and your experiences with quarantine?
I think that's a great idea. I was actually, while we were doing all of this, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get out, as soon as this conversation is over, I'm going to try and figure some stuff out. I think that's a great idea.
Yep. For those of you who are asking for some guidance about listening to your trailers, guys, there's a pitch fest that's happening right now. I mean, it's a week from now. So if you haven't pitch now. We will be listening to some of the best trailers. We'll be talking about them. There'll be a great panel. Unni from Spotify and I will be there and we'll be looking at what you're doing. So please do that. 16th May is the pitch. So there's the process you can see which Pradyumna has put in the chat saying download the Anchor application, record a 1-minute trailer, send it to Spotify at spokenfest.co.in or it's for spokenfest.com, I think. 9th May is the last date to enter. It's .com, right? Spotify at spokenfest.com. That's what you can do, guys. So don't worry, we'll be putting all that information again. Which platform? So, Spotify and Anchor, they're sister concerns. So here you don't need to worry about where you're going. You need to get the maximum number of people to listen. That's what's critical in any kind of recording. And that's what you actually need to do. So, yes, it's available on all platforms, Sujata. It gets available everywhere. As I said, it just takes a little bit more time. Okay, Pooja, I'm coming to you. I heard this lovely episode that you did with Zach, right?
Yes.
T-Zach as he's called, or Thomas Zachariah as most people might know him. He's the executive chef of Bombay Canteen. Now, in that episode, I noticed that it wasn't just him. Every now and then you would talk about your experiences. I never knew, for example, that you were, or when you were talking to Garima from Gaia, there was this whole thing about, oh my God, you wanted to be a lawyer or you were studying law. So 2 questions. A, why were you studying law and what made you, how did you convince everyone about moving out? B, why do you share these personal things or does it just happen?
So the first one is, I mean, I don't know. I was 17, I was 16. I decided I was watching too much TV with too much, lawyers on there. And I was like enamored, I think, and I wanted to be a lawyer. I also, actually went to law school for 2 weeks. So this was, I mean, it was the hardest, but also the easiest decision of my life because I'm a very decisive person. So I went to law school, and the first few days I was like, this is not for me. And the dream was always to own my cafe and, get into baking. So I kind of told my parents, and they were very supportive, and they said that if you want to do that, then you have to go study it. So that was that part of it. The second thing, I also feel that sharing, if you are vulnerable and you are in most of your conversations with people in general, if you put yourself on put everything that you have on the table, it makes it easier for your guests to open up as well. So for me, it was almost like, this is where I failed. This is where I found this really hard, which kind of helps them open up and them be like, okay, this is what was challenging for me as well. So it's a matter of also letting them see that I am being vulnerable too. So it's a safe space for them to do the same. And then just, I had the same experience as you. So it's twofold.
No, so because many people are still asking, as an entrepreneur, did the podcast help you grow, says Barkha?
I think what it did was that it let people see a different side of me, because this was, I think it's a very, it's a very different kind of engagement, because you feel like, at least when I listen to most podcasts, I feel like I'm in the room with this person and they're speaking directly to me. So I think that was the greatest part of the podcast, is that I built a community of people who really saw me for me, and kind of I could tell them my stories directly without them kind of having to, filter it or someone else kind of tell them. So I think that as an entrepreneur, it really did help. It helped me build a community and an audience, which is very unique, because these people are really invested in you. It's a long format. Everyone, we had like almost 85-90% of episode completion, and for a segment that is like an hour long, for people to be engaged for that long is hard. So it was really, it really did help build that.
Yeah. Many of you have got two big questions that you're asking, and I'm going to try and answer that. One is, somebody said, hey, even I tried to record an interview like that and the other person's audio was low. As I said, these are sometimes issues of latency. Always have a backup. Here's a simple thing to do. If the person at the other end is, while they're recording that interview with them, somebody was talking about, Pooja, about an interview which they were doing remotely. So on the other end, if the person has a second device, so imagine they've got a laptop and they've got a phone. On the phone, they're using the app to record the interview. And there are multiple ways. You could do it over a Zoom call. You could do it over any call or whatever. There are various degrees of, ability that you end up showing. But if the person has an external device on which they can record themselves, you have a second lot. But again, Anchor is equipped for DIY podcasting. So when people were asking, you want to add music, etc., do some things outside if required. Yeah. You can just do some things outside and bring them in. It's very simple to load it in, but many people are saying, do you need music? No, music is, you heard what I did. I just put a little bit of music in the beginning. I put a little bit below. If there was some music can enhance an emotion. So there's Pooja, say, for example, she's talking of food and it's a funny memory, and I add something light-hearted below as music, it will lift the mood. If right now the interview, however, was talking about something which was a little deeper, or maybe it was a life moment, the music change. Music sometimes supplements emotions. Remember that. So many people also asked about the key elements of a good trailer. Hindi film ke trailer mein kya acha lagta hai? English film ke trailer mein? Okay, what do you like? You want everything. You want action, emotion, drama, suspense. Choose the core of your theme. I often turn and say, look at how Pooja opens her podcast. Very often it opens with one sentence that hooks you. So she finishes the interview. The hook is a great trailer. Like this whole thing turned and said, my father turned and asked me, what do you want to be? And he thought I'll say journalist or he'll say this. But I turned and said chef. And he turned and said, kya? Now, it was such a great line that I wanted to hear, ye kab aayega? Right? So Pooja, those were really nice tidbits that you got, and you must have selected those, right, to make them into your leads?
Yeah. Yeah.
What is another? Sorry, I'm butting in. What was another amazing kya moment that you had in all the episodes?
I just think that, it's most of the people I interviewed, I kind of knew them socially. Some of them I knew better than others. But I think that the whole conversation with them just was so enlightening. Firstly, I understood different facets of their personalities and where they're coming from and what actually makes them work. And then I also, at the end of it, was the key that was, tying everything together is that everyone goes through the same things. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how accomplished you are, what money you have, what wealth you have. At the end of the day, we're all human and we all go through the same emotions and different sort of things. And that's the thing, right? When you're an entrepreneur and you're starting something, it's a very lonely journey. It's a journey that you feel many times that no one else will understand what you're going through or what else is happening. And I think these conversations just helped me kind of, one, feel that I wasn't alone, and two, that everyone is going through the same thing. So for me, that was really the great part of the podcast.
Yeah. Some of you are asking this big question about money. Pooja asked me the same question earlier as well.
Yeah. Please explain, Roshan. How?
So guys, listen. Firstly, remember, any medium where you put yourself out, audio, video, Instagram, anything, they are all platforms that project a side of your personality. Any place is a great place to build an audience. Audio is the cheapest place to build an audience because technically it doesn't cost you. So it's one more medium. And there are 3 ways of monetization. Now, Anchor as an app allows you monetization in the US currently, not here. In due course of time, that may change. If a brand likes your podcast, they will come on to it. I can tell you, please go and see. Many of my friends now have brands coming and approaching them. Brands only come when they've heard that you have got 20, 30,000 minimum good people listening to you. That number is as small as 30,000 as long as it's good people. How do you know the statistic? In the Anchor app, actually, there is a statistic page. It's not very heartening initially. This is a marathon. It's not a pehle sprint mein millionaire banne wala. Nahin. This is about long tail. You do episode 1, 2, 10, 50, and you start building it. Podcasts are becoming television shows. You'll be paid by the channel. Podcasts are getting brand endorsement. Most Western podcasts and some Indian ones now turn and say, this part of the program is brought to you by so-and-so. They make lovely, lovely XYZ. That's money. That's money paid to you. There is a way in which ads get inserted into the podcast internationally. That makes money too. However, brands will come to you and pay you money. People will come to you and say, please talk about my product. People will listen to you and say, hey, this is a great format. Why don't you do it as a live event? And they will pay you. Because for what you do publicly, the minute you do it privately, people pay. So when a podcast is out, people say, oh my God, this guy is very funny and talks about food. I'll tell you what, why not bring this person as a host on our next television show? Or when the next food awards are having, call this guy in to do, or this girl to do 10 minutes of this lovely conversation, and you'll get paid. So remember, in the media world, the minute you're a content creator, there are 100 ways to make money. Okay. I can tell you, I've lived off this for 25 years in various formats. I started from radio, theater, then television. I'm back to podcasting because, hey, the podcast is now, my podcast is called So What Do We Do Now? The first one. The second one is called, it's called Bedtime Stories for Adults. I know that those stories, if they work well, can become great content for television. Why not? So try out all kinds of formats that you can. These are the current ways of making money. Many people, again, the rights question, Sujata, I already answered. The rights are all yours when you do a podcast. They completely belong to you. If you have a producer who comes on board, discuss rights from before so that it's very clear who has those. Again, when you're recording distribution, for those who are worried about distribution, the app by itself will distribute, but nobody, no promotion, not having your own promotional strategy is like making the worst mistake. Don't throw a pebble out there. What did you do, Pooja? How did you promote it at all? Did you promote it?
I did. And I mean, luckily for me, I do already have someone asked this question that if you don't have an existing audience, how do you kind of get the message out there? And I think for me, it was firstly, it's also the guests that you have on your show, and you leverage not only your own reach, but also the reach of people who you're speaking with. So that was one part of it. I also did do a lot of interviews. I spoke to a lot of people. It was really interesting because also this was 2 years ago, and podcasting was just kind of new,
Starting,
and not
yeah.
too many people, not too many people were doing that. We actually had to start, even when we promoted it on online, we had to start with explaining to people what a podcast is. So we were like, okay, what is it? How do you listen to it? Where do I listen to it? Is it free? Like, we had to answer like even these basic questions. So I think that for me, that was the challenge. Was even though I had a large audience, I had to explain to them and try to get them, shift them to a different medium, which was a process. It was like pushing that content out every day and pushing them towards it, getting these little hooks that you said, these little interviews, putting that on there, and then slowly people started figuring out how to use it.
Okay, what I'm going to do is for 2 minutes, guys, because many of your questions are on format, on scripts, etc., that you all are talking about. I'm just going to share with you first a quick poll with everybody. We are going to go now to our next poll. So I'm going to shut this poll, and there is the second poll, which I'm now going to launch, which just says, if you heard podcast, what genre? Because these are all different genres: interview, food, comedy, drama, sports, fiction, documentary. They are all there. So you can select those. Hashtags are great, Sujata, even for podcasts, by the way. And even when you select genres and topics and you go and you post trailers on other places for your podcast, people will come and listen to them. That's what happens very, very often. People who want to record offline, of course, just record whatever software you're recording on. There are multiple software depending on what you're using. QuickTime is as simple as a device to QuickTime is easy. GarageBand is easy to use. But again, I'm telling you, just go straight to Anchor. It's so much simpler for you to do. How do you decide what is the theme? Hiba, this is what I'm going to come to next about what you do. But I'll tell you what. Write 5 lines on your podcast and share it with 10 friends. Don't message them, call them, because messages, many people will just say, great idea, well done, thumbs up. When you call people, you can hear it in their voice whether they're really interested or not. Right? Isn't this, Pooja, don't you get it so many times, right? I mean, Kabir Khan, my dear friend, as a director, once told me that he came out from a Bollywood screening, and everybody turned and went and said, God bless. So he said in Bollywood, God bless means Bhagwan Bharose hai. Okay. So guys, if you listen to it just now, look at it. Interviews. Simplest way to do it, interviews. Everybody's saying interview first, comedy second. After that, there's a big division because people are going with everything from documentary to fiction, etc. But there you have it. Try interviews. Try something which is a little humorous. It automatically works with people. It's great for you all. Okay. So those are our 2 little things. I'm just going to quickly share this with you guys because, as I said, if you want to pitch to us, 9th is when the pitch closes. Next week after that, we will be doing the live selection. This is what you're basically doing. You have to create a pitch document. What's the overall topic of your pitch? What's it called? What's the format? Length, not important, but if you know it, it's great. Who's the host? Is it you? You can get someone else. You can have 2 people, 4 people. People have discussions. What is an episode synopsis? And I always say this, what are 13 more topics or people you're going to interview? You will find the first one. It's difficult to find the 13th one, the 26th one, the one after that. I mean, imagine when she was doing those conversations, Pooja, with people outside, what would it have been like? These are questions to also ask yourself, because I'll tell you one thing. I've been making a podcast. There are days after the 3rd interview when you haven't got your great material, when you're saying, why am I doing this? And then you turn and say, you hear a great interview and you say, this is why I'm doing this. So again, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. 2 episodes mein kuch nahi hota. Be prepared to do this over and over and over again. Why would a listener be interested? Meri Amar Kahani, nahi interested. What is so great about your kahani to make it Amar? That's what people want to know. What's the North Star of the episode? What's that one sentence people are going to say, oh my God, I'm going to share this with people? What's that one line that you see in a tweet? What's the quote in a newspaper that somebody will steal from you? Some people also said, oh, if I come up with an idea and someone does it better, that's life. That's life. We all do it. I used to do a game show called Family Fortunes. It was a great game show on TV. Guess who replaced
I loved it.
Thank you, Pooja. Thank you. But guess who replaced me? Mr. Bachchan with Kaun Banega Crorepati. Right? So see, there will always be a bigger game show, a bigger show. There's no problem. You did your bit. Pooja remembers it. That's enough for me. Thousands and millions of people who've watched it remember it. That's what makes it special. So don't, many people live with this fear of phir kya hoga, kal kya hoga, parson. Do it. You have to go out and do it. This is the time. This is the best time to end up doing this. We're in the last half an hour of this podcast. Actually, not half an hour, 23 minutes are left. But I just wanted to say this to you guys. We are really having a lot of fun. I hope you all are having fun. If you're having fun, if you're having a good time, please raise your hands in the chat so one can know that you're having a good time. Or should we both go home and cook some food?
Are you guys awake or have you all fallen asleep? What is happening?
I think they're pretty much all awake and whatever. It's just that you can just raise your hand and let us know because I can still see lots of. We're awake. It's interesting. Great. Thank you.
Okay, good.
Great sleep. Ashton is asleep. Ashton,
wake up. Wake up.
What do we do? Wide awake. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you. Just everybody needs their coffee or their.
I got my coffee.
I had a cup, but nothing's in it now. So what to do? Great Dinimadar ideas are booming. It's lovely. Fabulous, guys. So good to know. Hiba, after you break your fast, we'll talk about food there. I know. That's one of these things, right?
Thank you, Chandni.
Okay.
When are we speaking about baking?
Oh, chalo. अब ऐसा करते हैं थोड़ा सा baking के बारे में बात करते हैं. So if you all have any questions, my last bit or whatever, etc. Here's a simple document that you could present. Here, suppose Hiba is hosting it. When is she doing it? Weekly. What's a possible format? Interviews with, like Pooja had with owners, but you could do it with serving staff. You could do it with people who originally ran a very well-known thing there. What could be a recurring feature in a show that makes it exciting? A legendary foodie who's a regular. Bachchan Saab yahan par aate the. Nana Patekar yahan ki crabs khate the. I've seen these pictures on people's walls, right? So many times. Sanju Baba chicken. See? So all of these stories are there. What are the kind of guests you could have? And again, these are just ways to pitch it a little better. And everybody wants to know when you're pitching, what's different about this one? If I have heard it before or seen it before, guys, then there's no joy. Okay? Small things to watch out for later when you're making your podcast. Music, anchor pe hai. Aur chahiye, you can go out. There is so much available. Packaging. This is a packaging of a show that we have done. There are 5 episodes of Kissa Shehron Ka done by Rakesh Tiwari. You should go and listen to it. This is the cover art. So what is the cover art going to be? Publicity and what's the budget? What are you going to end up spending? Or you don't want to spend a rupee, you can still make it. So I'm just trying to tell you that it's possible. Remember these things. You need to publicize your podcast, talk about it on Instagram, share it with people, share it with other people. These are the kind of things that you need to do. Use Anchor. It's very, very simple, as I said before to all of you. There was a time when I used to go to studios which used to be filled with a million equipment thingies. I'm just going to show you very quickly. This is what my studio originally used to look like 10 years ago. And now it looks like as small as this. This is what it looks like on various platforms for all of you. Just to show you, that's the way it looks. And you can just very simply record. We already did our demo, so you all have seen how we had to do it and what we had to do. Try, play around with tech. It's always good. Okay, last 20 minutes, baking questions, other questions, anything that you all want. It's all Pooja to you now. One quick thing that I want you all to just remember, which is, please, this was also to get you guys excited to make your podcast. So trailer zarur banana, and that hashtag Spotify for podcasters and Anchor Bootcamp. Please use it. I hope some of you already put it on Instagram. I'm going to go and check out my Instagram while Pooja answers some questions.
Yeah, and once you guys make your podcast, please DM me, send it to me. I'd love to listen to it. I'm a big podcast addict, so I want to, if it's about food or whatever it's about, I'd love to listen to it. So send it to me also.
Great. Sneha, thank you for loving Kissa Shehron Ka, and for everybody else who is there. I'm going to be curating some of the questions while Pooja can answer some of your questions.
Sure.
Can we share this presentation? If you mail it to us, we can share the pointers with you from it. We can't share the entire thing with you just now. Can you pitch more than one entry? Anchor allows you from one email to create one trailer. The reason being they want you to focus your energies. But if you want to hack 3 different email IDs, 3 different trailers. Okay, I've done it. I can tell you. Can't believe it's Eggless has given me the push to bake, says Nishka. So guys, now for a while, it's a conversation with Pooja for you all. I'm putting my camera off. I'm right here, but it's Pooja and you guys in conversation. When is No Sugarcoat 2.0 coming? Asked Vaishnavi.
We actually started recording the second season just 2 weeks before the lockdown. And this season, I wanted to do audio and video both. And we recorded 2 episodes, and then so this season I've increased the range. So instead of doing only food, I was talking to entrepreneurs across the board. So I recorded 2 interviews, and then I was supposed to record my friends Masaba and Ria the day the lockdown happened. And I was bummed because I was so excited because I wanted to bring all these amazing stories to you and show you how incredible all these people are. So we had people who started businesses, people who, like Indian brands. So like if you have Epigamia, you have Raw Pressery, Urban Clap, like great entrepreneurs. So I'm hoping that once all of this is over, because right now everyone is kind of in a phase where we don't know what's happening. After that, for sure. Hi, Rachel. Thank you. I'm, really happy that you are here. Priyanka is asking, how do I decide flavor combinations will coming up with recipes? Well, it's really up to you. You know some basic flavors. A book that has really helped me is called The Flavor Thesaurus. I would highly recommend you guys get The Flavor Thesaurus. It's available on Amazon. It has a whole flavor wheel. So you go from what, you have your sweet, sour, acidic, berries, woody, all the different kind of flavor profiles. And it gives you some combinations. So some things I just think of, oh, this will work really well with that. And it's trial and error. So I'll make it, I'll taste it, I'll see if it works. But if you have the book with you, you can already pick it up and be like, oh, white chocolate and mushroom is a good combination. You would never think of that yourself. But now you have it in a book and then you do it with that. So get The Flavor Thesaurus. Thank you, Shreya. I'm so happy that you baked all the recipes from Can't Believe It's Eggless. Jaya is asking, how do amateur bakers begin their research to curate recipes? I think that, and somebody else has also asked about essential tips for bakers. So the first thing is that you have to be comfortable in the kitchen. So I know baking is intimidating. People kind of feel like baking is tougher than cooking because it's so precise. I actually enjoy baking so much because it's precise. When I try to play in the kitchen, I always have my base recipes. And I think that's what you should start with. Like, what are the recipes you've baked over and over again that you're comfortable with, that always work? Once you've done that, then you can keep adding and changing. Oh, can I remove the vanilla? Can I add cinnamon instead? Can I change something else? And slowly, you make the recipe your own. So how do you do that? That only comes with practice. So you need to be in the kitchen and you need to keep baking a lot, make many mistakes. I have burnt so many brownies. I have failed at my macaroon recipe 60 times. So it's not easy. My dad was making pao for the first time the other day. I don't know if you guys follow him on Instagram. It's at Jackie Dimes, and he's like a cook and a baker and everything. And he was making pao, and I was asleep because my sleep pattern is now completely off. And I wake up and I told him to wait for me to make it, but he'd already made it, and he completely messed up the proving of the yeast. And it was like, really hard buns. So know that you're going to make mistakes. It's not going to be easy.
Okay, I'm gonna actually pick a couple of the questions that we have. By the way, I went to get this and show everyone.
Oh, you have it!
Can you imagine?
Oh my God!
It comes and it goes, but it's like,
isn't it? It's the best book. It's really the best book.
By the way, guys, this Flavor Thesaurus is amazing. I'm one of those amateur chefs myself. That's why. But couple of questions. What's the best culinary school abroad? Does one need to go to a culinary school? Ritika's asking that.
So this is the, a question I'm asked a lot, and, there's no right or wrong answer for this. I know many great chefs who've studied by themselves, learned under different chefs, and they run their own places. I know people who've gone to culinary school like me, and we've done our own. There's no right or wrong answer. For me, what really helped me in culinary school, and someone is Simran's asking about cordon bleu, it taught me discipline. It taught me exactly what life in a kitchen is going to be like, and it taught me my basics. Do I use any of the recipes I learned in culinary school? Probably not. But what I learned, what I remember and I take away from it is how to be in a kitchen. You don't necessarily have to be in school. You can work in a kitchen and do that as well. So, it's always this juggle between what do you want to do. You can do an internship, you can do a stage, you can work under a chef and also learn, or you could go to culinary school. So there's no right or wrong answer. The schools that are really popular, I went to Cordon Bleu. They have, branches all over the world. I went to the one in Paris. The Culinary Institute of America is really great and very serious if you want to be a chef. In India, you have the Lavon Academy in Bangalore, which is pastry focused, and I love them. I work a lot with them, so I highly recommend that as well.
Okay, a couple of questions. People are saying something about podcasting again. Sorry, guys. I think we've answered as many things as we could about podcasting in 1 hour. I mean, I think we've done legendary work. But audio editing software, I think you already addressed. For some of you who were asking again about, is it necessary to know French to be a pastry chef?
No, Ritika, you don't need to speak French to be a pastry chef.
Many people are saying, how do we get a well-known celebrity like Pooja wink wink on our show?
Send me an email.
Yeah. I'm honestly, many of you get intimidated, but the number of us who look at our DMs, and when we don't answer them, it's because we don't want to answer them. But when you get them, otherwise we answer them because, hey, somebody got your attention. Make yourself memorable.
I've been on quite a few podcasts actually. For most people who request me to be on their shows for podcasts, I do it, and irrespective. I've done it. There was this young kid who came to my office and recorded on his phone, and I said, "Yeah, please," because I love the format. So.
Yeah, there's somebody who was a postgraduate in law, not pursuing it, following his passion of being a restaurateur. Many people asking all internship questions, setting up their own restaurant questions. And actually, that's going to bring me to that one question that you and I discussed earlier, because I think many of the people who said it here as well. There was this whole thing where people turned and said that you've shut the cafe. I think the article just came out yesterday, or right? Was it David?
Yes, yeah.
And it was a shock to many people. But when you read your article, there is a lot of there's practical. You've talked about the passion, and then you've talked about the business. Right, and you said that sometimes you need to take a business call. So it's just, I want you to share that because it would be a great memory for people to know.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like for me as well, when you build something from scratch with your whole heart and all your money, it's kind of, we're in a situation which no one knows what's going to happen. There are uncertain times, and it's not about, oh, let's look at it today and I'll survive now. It's about a question of, if I let this go and for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, business is not the way it used to be, will the company survive? And sometimes you have to take really tough calls, and it's not easy. So for me, it was like either I bleed to death now, or I stop the bleed now and manage to get pushing and keep the business going. So yeah, it was mostly that. It was very tough. I have cried myself to sleep for almost like 10 days. So in my head, this was this. So we decided this 2 weeks ago, but we just made it public information yesterday. And I feel so much love with all the different memories that people have been sending me about the cafe. And it makes me feel happy that, for a while there, we managed to build something that so many people connected with. They saw the love and passion for it. And I'm, equally excited to see what we're going to do next and what this will turn out to be. So I don't see it as an end. I see it as a, like a foundation, like we're building blocks. So this is going to be, a really strong foundation, and we'll build from this.
Any more questions? Table number 13 is what some people are obviously talking about, because That was so amazing.
Table number 13, yeah. It's also like, and also I wanted to just tell people that I think and we touched upon this a little bit earlier, is to realize that anything that you build, irrespective whether you're making your own podcast or you're setting your own bakery up or your own business, is to have patience, right? Nothing happens overnight, no matter what. So even for the cafe, like I mentioned it in my article, the first year, like the reason we came up with table number 13 is also because we weren't reaching the sales we wanted to. We weren't having the customers we wanted. And we wanted to kind of, change things up a little bit. We wanted to get people in. A lot of people were associating the cafe only with dessert and not with food. And we wanted to change that. So we built table number 13 as a concept. And for the first few months, it was heartbreaking because we would put out the link and we'd get only like 6 people, 7 people. There were months where we had 0, but Pablo and I took a call. We said, even if there's no one who signed up, we will invite friends and we'll still do the meal. Cut to like when the last table number 13 we started with only releasing 12 seats to a point where we had to close the entire cafe and do table number 13. So it was 36 seats. And, like the first day that we would put the link out, it would be sold. But it took years to get there, month after month, slowly repeated efforts. So I think that if you could take anything away from this conversation also, when you're building your own podcast, it's going to take time, but you have to be consistent. So you can't do 2 episodes and, not get the traction you want and then just give up. Lure 15 is 10 years old. So you see everything now, but it's taken me 10 years of consistent hard work to get here. And that I think is, the key to it.
So I guess with everyone who's here, guys, in 1.5 hours to talk about Pooja's podcasting career, Pooja's cafe, Pooja's life, Pooja's Pooja and everything else, apart from, everything that we've done, we've talked about Anchor. Once again, I want to just tell you all the Pitch Fest is on. If you have any idea, the reason we got Pooja is because here is a person who, for what she cooks, for, this great cafe that she built, these macaroons, which we obviously still keep salivating over, and we will continue to do so. But I'm just saying that, it's just that there's an alternate life choice that she made with a podcast, and it became something that's a part of her personality. Similarly, for all of you, that's what you all can go ahead and do. You don't need to do it only, but as I said, baking is one topic. It can be hundreds of different topics. So next week, once again, Pradyumna, if you can put up in the chat the details so everybody can see. I'm going to go to the last 2 slides before we say bye to everyone, because it's now 6 minutes to 7. And I know that some of you who talked about fasting, maybe fasting, and therefore we want to just make sure that we don't hold some of you back, but everyone else who is there. Thank you once again for being here with us, everyone. And just so that you can know, Anchor and Spotify have come together really once again to just help you all build something really, really unique. We dream of a world with thousands of podcasters, and that's why we call this Podium, giving your voice a stage. So go ahead and give your voice a stage. Next week, you will be having all that we're talking of happening. I'm just going to quickly tell you all the final details. Download the Anchor app, make a 1-minute trailer. 1-minute trailer on any topic. It could just be your voice with some music behind. It would be something you recorded with 3 people sitting in a room. We've had wonderful trailers. I think we've had so many entries, and we bring them down to just a bunch. It's a great learning process for you to just come up with an idea, and it takes 1 minute of your time. Once you make the trailer, email it to us at spotify@spokenfest.com. Our first Pitch Fest happened at Spoken Fest, which is this great collection of poets, storytellers, artists, musicians, which happens once every year in Jan. Spotify was a sponsor for us, and Anchor was there as well. And we did our first Pitch Fest there. This has now become an online property, and now we are on to, I think it's our 3rd Pitch Fest that's going to happen. So every attendee, you'll get an email tonight, which will have in it a feedback form, details of how to participate in the Pitch Fest. And if you have any more questions, you can DM me. If you've got a trailer, as Pooja said, send it to her. She might be able to just hear it and tell you, does it sound good? Just as a consumer, it'll be as simple as that. The last date for entry is the 9th of May. So 9th of May is the last date. If you want more details, podium.community.com, that's the thing. Take a screenshot, and don't forget Spotify for podcasters, hashtag Anchor Bootcamp. Put it up on your social. I'm going to go and track it after this and see how many of you actually posted something and took some pictures. Next week, a more detailed workshop on just podcasting with a demo. We'll be working on something together. It's an in-depth workshop. So as we said, these are palate cleansers. These are like, just going into the shop and smelling the aroma. But agar sach mein depth mein jana hai na, so then you've got to come and be in the kitchen. Therefore, next week, it's the podcasting kitchen almost with me, which we'll be talking about to all of you. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. And I just want to say, Pooja, it was such a wonderful experience talking to you. I always see you with that smile, but to just hear you with all your enthusiasm and everything was so much fun. I hope you had a good time.
I had the best time, and thank you guys. I'm seeing all your messages of love and encouragement, and it means a lot. Thank you. And I can't wait to listen to all your podcasts.
So please send in your trailers. Thank you once again. And thank you, everyone. Pooja, thank you once again. I'm sure you've got loads to do, but...
you mean getting back into my pajamas?
And deciding what to listen to tonight in the podcast.
Yes.
That's the big thing. But thank you very much. Thank you so much for everybody for being here with us. Thank you guys for making this happen. Thank you, Niyati from Spotify, the Spotify and Anchor team. All of you. It's always a pleasure to do this with you guys. And if you enjoyed the session, please post on social media. If you didn't, thank you. Goodbye. Take care. See you all soon next time. Thank you, Pooja. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thanks. Bye.